Hey, this is Kaz.
Hey, this is Mike, and you're watching Two Broke Watch Knobs. This is day 2, our recap of the Hong Kong Watch and Clock Fair. It was a blast. It was much busier today than it was yesterday. A lot more crowded, a lot more bodies. It was hot, sweaty.
A lot of breaths. I smelled a lot of breaths today. That weren't my own.
Yeah.
Hot breaths.
But today was really engaging.
Very gross.
We were really in the thick of it today. Sort of met up with a lot of the people that we saw yesterday and took more time at each of the booths. We had a lot of time at Miyota today. We were both really excited about it yesterday.
Miyota was a huge highlight. Well, it was bittersweet because you'll see. We'll put up a video. We did shots as well. So Miyota, half of their booth was just like the center table where they had all these movements and it was really cool. But the other half was this back area with this LED lighting. And if you tried taking footage of these back areas with LED lighting, it's just seizure inducing.
Yeah.
And so we had to just focus on the center, but spent a lot of time at Miyota. That was really cool. Spent a little bit of time at Ronda, which was fun because we got to spend some wrist time with the Ronda, the new mechanical Ronda R15, which is really, really cool because, I mean, obviously everyone knows them for Swiss Corps, but the idea of them trying to do the R15 as a 2824 competitor.
R15 or R150?
R150. It's something. It's R or something.
Yeah. So that was a lot of fun. But my favorite part of Miyota was that they had those watches there, and you can just pull them out.
You just pulled them out.
Nothing holding them down.
Yeah.
And I still didn't take anything.
I could have distracted them. I could have been like, look, nipples, and just brandished my man udders.
Yeah.
And then in the ensuing chaos, you could have just pilfered the watch and booked it for the door.
Yeah.
But we didn't. We weren't enterprising enough. We just didn't want it enough.
What did you decide to wear today?
Quick wrist check. I am wearing Seiko Sumo because it matches my shirt. Hashtag Alex Van Slyke wrist shot. Remember?
Yeah.
Isn't that his thing? Isn't that your thing, Alex?
They're really, really good.
Yeah.
I like them. I don't know how you take them, but that's pretty cool.
He has a series of like sex mirrors set up in order for him to just. How do you take a picture by yourself like this? Unless he gets his like right.
I wore the Doxa.
Yeah. What did you wear?
Because it matches with gray, I guess. Yeah, and it was good to give this a full day.
People kept stopping him. People were just like, oh, they just like wanted to see the watch. That was really, really cool. No one cared about my watch, which is fine.
No, I like it every time he wears it. I like it when he wears this thing.
But today was pretty eventful, so yeah, we caught up with those people. Surprised, randomly caught up with some. We caught up with the Notice guys, Wes and Colin. That was a good surprise. Caught up with Traska. That was out of nowhere.
Yeah, we saw some of the latest production Traska freediver models, and fulfillment day for him is tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Like, so he's getting his ass in gear. But they look great. Even more refined than the prototype that we reviewed. So that was a lot of fun. Spent some time at the high-end booths again with Glashütte.
It was a lot of fun. So there's an area, and we'll put the videos up now. We'll put it up soon. There's an area on the third floor of the convention center where it's like a little nook where it's just 400 security guards, and then all these like Swiss high-end brands. So it's like Chopard, Breguet, Blancpain, McDonald's, Zenith, just as big, much wow. Where's my water? Here it is. Blancpain, Zenith, Chopard, Breguet, Glashütte, Piaget, and so we were. Mike walked through and narrated through some really fun highlight pieces. That's where we ran into Traska watch, and that was super cool.
What was your favorite part of the day?
I think my favorite part of the day was finally finding the lip booth. But then no one would.
So cool.
But no one would show us anything.
They're so cool. These. I'm just happy. You know, for the longest time, I just thought the brand was not operating. I would see older articles about the brand and those models, and just think to myself that they're not around. But they're alive and kicking.
It for a while it wasn't. So Lip is a French brand. If you guys are familiar with the show, if you've heard me talk about it, Lip for me is very important to just be knowledgeable about because Lip was very, very integral in sort of helping jumpstart Soviet watch the Soviet watch industry. So some of the first ever Soviet watch movements were from Duber Hampton here. over in Canton, Ohio, USA. But then after that, it was Lip French Movements, and Lip was a huge French brand at the time. The Soviets had bought machinery and patents and things like that, and then after and then over time, kind of Lip just started fading away, and it all seems to have stayed in France. But now recently, in the past couple of years, they're really returning to these reissues. They're that bonkers ass looking chronograph.
Yeah, the chronograph with the 3 colored pushers,
So
and I
cool.
didn't know they made those dual crown divers. Those are really nice.
Nautic ski,
Yeah,
not the unsexiest watch name ever.
but very sexy watch.
It was really, really cool.
Yeah.
But the thing is, there was no one there that was able to, like, we asked someone that was there, it's like, oh, can you take it out of the case? And it was like we were asking her to open the Ark of the Covenant. It's like, oh, I don't think we're supposed to open that.
Yeah. They don't like
Yeah.
opening the cases here. So that was cool.
How interesting was that? It was 75%, don't film, and then 25%, all right. Right?
But sometimes, and this is my favorite part of the day, is when Sean from Le Jour just gave me the key to the.
I take it back. That was my highlight. So we were talking about. We spent a lot of time over at Le Jour. We did the post on the Instagram of that Le Jour GMT.
Yeah.
Very recently, the brand has been reacquired by someone else, and they're trying to kind of bring the band back. We're getting the band back together,
Getting the band
guys.
back together.
All right, we're bringing the brand.
It is kind of a band. There's a lot of different versions of that chronograph. The Mark 1.
But we were hanging out with Sean, who's the current owner, and we were talking with him, and really, really nice guy. And we were asking him, oh, can we do a video? We want to start here. We're going back. He's like, yeah, the case is unlocked. Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Okay, Sean. Rock and roll, dude.
That was a lot of fun.
That was great.
My favorite part.
The vintage divers, those are a lot of fun. And then those Mark 1 chronographs, 7750s.
Yeah, we also confirmed that the Vintage Diver series, there's a 3-hand model and there's a GMT version, and both of those are going to be under 1,000.
Easily. I think he said between 700 and 900.
Yeah, beautifully sized. A lot of variety in the colors you get. So
We spent a shit ton of time, a really good time at Solar Time looking at those Spinnaker watches.
Yeah.
Got some really incredible first time exclusive looks at these prototypes.
and some accessories.
And some really cool accessories. That video will be up soon, or it should be up by the time you guys are checking this out. That was a lot of fun. They were one of the few brands that were just very welcoming to press. We got to go and sit in the back, and then kept offering us water. That wasn't spat in. It's important to differentiate.
Yeah, they had a press room. Just
Is that what that was?
close the door with the table. The watches are out. You take your photos. That's the way it's done.
That was super, super
Yeah.
cool. What about you? What was that? Did I ask you what your highlights? What a highlight was for you?
It was Le Jour for me. Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah.
It's just cool. In the video, Mike just kind of oh, look at some Le Jour watch. Just opens the case. I'm just like, here's where the cops bust in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that was a good day. Definitely more crowded today, but it was
Yeah.
a blast. We spent less time looking at tooling and boxes and some of the more granular stuff, but yeah. It was a
Overall,
good time.
really a lot of fun. So keep an eye out for stuff that's going up on the YouTube addition to this and the website. Keep an eye on the feed. I've been blasting the feed with the story segments. I'm going to try and save those and see if I can't compile and put them on the YouTube page. But overall, for the rest of our time here in Hong Kong, I think next up on the agenda is
Hanging out.
hanging out, watch hunting. Watch
Hanging
hunting.
out.
We're going to hunt the most deadly prey of all, man. Or watches, and I think that's going to be a lot of fun. And it is so hot here. I'm either going to cut off these jeans so the pockets hang out. Or I'm going to burn all my fucking clothes because it's pretty goddamn hot.
Yeah.
How are you going to burn your clothes? In the elevator? I think starting a small control. Why is everyone laughing?
I think the bathtub.
I think
the bathtub.
yeah.
Yeah.
If it's good enough to burn a corpse, it's good enough to burn clothing with the
Yeah.
bathtub, right? I think that might be a Breaking Bad joke. No, they use acid.
They
in the
used
bathtub.
acid. Yeah.
See, I can't even get.
And then the MythBusters did it. I don't know if it worked out the same.
But yeah, no, that's the plan for tomorrow. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Is there anything we're missing?
No.
Super appreciate everyone commenting and just kind of really really good to see how enthusiastic you guys are about a lot of the stuff that's here. But talked about Le Jour, talked about Spinnaker, Miota. Miota was so cool. And then they just had like the bear movements out there, so you could like lick your fingers and touch them, and like eat peanut butter sandwiches and touch them. I felt really horrible, just like
Yeah, you just grabbed it.
you just like, you know,
Like a cheesy poof.
it's just so odd. Like it's just like usually you have that gloves or some shit like hold those. But overall, a lot of fun. Really appreciate everyone's support, and yeah, I think that's a good day to recap. Keep an eye out for some additional Memorigin. We spent a lot of time over Memorigin today.
Yeah, there's a whole separate video.
Whole separate video. Check that out. Hong Kong based brand, proudly Hong Kong based brand, and yeah, we'll do a sign off.
Thanks for watching, guys. My name is Mike.
This is Kaz. You've been watching Two Broke Watch Snobs.